Hello friends, it's Sherry from Turquoise Dreaming. How you doing today? Welcome to my channel. I want to thank you for joining me and I hope you're having a great day. It was Saturday, December 21st today, so didn't have any exciting Christmas things happen today, so I thought I would just use today to kind of focus on this little card. I wanted to save one. I had talked about these cards earlier, I think, that where I had bought these back in, I think in the early 2000s. I had bought these at a garage sale where there was several like vendors or people that were doing like garage sales or yard sales, and they're kind of in this big warehouse place. And so I went in there, and I think this was the only thing I bought was a couple boxes of these little cards. And I think they were old then, you know what I mean? So they're even older now. But I've had them all this time. At first, when I got them, I used them for sending out, to people in the mail, Christmas cards. And so I still have a few left, and I put some in my journals this year. And I just wanted to save one for myself so I could remember them. So I'm not going to make a pocket behind it. I thought about that, but I have all of this room if I want to write something down. So I'm not going to make a pocket. I'm just going to glue it down here with some art glitter glue. And then I have a little border from my 2006 Christmas scrapbook kit that I had found in my dining room that I've been talking about, that I keep talking about. I hope you're not getting tired of it, but I still have pieces here to use up, so that's why I keep mentioning it in case people haven't heard my previous videos. They know kind of like the history of all these things I'm using here. But so this is going right here. This is a page. It's right here. And it's the computer paper. It's the old computer paper with the tracks on the side. So that's the background. So it has on it, that paper has this holly and a little bow up here. So I want to leave that so it can show. I want the tracks to show as much as possible. So this border was like this, a long little piece of border that was a punch out in that kit. So I cut it and I'm putting a piece down here. And trying to make sure you're straight there. So that's going to go right here on the bottom. I didn't have room to put it on the side, and I didn't want to cover this up, so it's going along the bottom. It's red, so it just went well with the colors here. So, and it's a little bit kind of it's cardstock, and it's not shiny, but I just want to make sure it sticks down good. I wouldn't trust glue stick on here, and I don't think it really needs Fabri-Tac. That would be a little bit overkill for it, but so I'm just using my art glitter glue, gluing it right at the bottom of the card. I think it looks really pretty down there. Just making this page pretty, really, and using up some bits and pieces. This is a piece that I cut out from when I was making my journals. The little triangle that I cut out in between the pockets, I'm using those as Christmas trees. This is one of them, and I want the red side. It's double-sided scrapbook paper, but I want this red side to show. So I am gluing on this side, and I'm going to put it right here. So that's a little Christmas tree. And then this is another piece from that old scrapbook kit. So a little bit more glue here. So it's a pretty simple page. Still trying to use up. I put a lot of Christmas stuff away, but my goal was kind of to try to use up these bits and pieces. Not that I couldn't use some next year, but the more I use up, the less I have to put away. So that's kind of, that's my thought behind it. And then this was a piece, this is my number for today, 21, and this is from the Graphics 45 paper that I had bought this year at Tuesday morning. And these, I had these little picture corners sitting here, I don't know why, on my desk, and I said well, I can't find the rest of them. I have a little bag of these somewhere in my craft room, and I can't find them. My previous video to this is I cleaned out a drawer in order to see if these were in there, and they were not in there, so I'm still looking for them. So it's really weird. They're should be in one of two places, and they're not in either place that I thought they would be. So I know they'll turn up, but it's really weird, right? Because I've cleaned and organized and organized and cleaned, and so it's really weird that I can't find them right now. So I'm just putting the same glue all over the back of this and over. These are like sticky, these picture corners, you know. I think you're supposed to wet them possibly and then glue them, you know, put them down, but I'm just using glue on them. Even though I don't have the top two, the top part is going over, kind of overlapping on this little piece right here, this little gift piece. So I think it's fine not to have anything on the top. So it's just kind of going to be overlapping the two pieces, kind of joining everything together. And it all looks, I think all the colors, the reds and greens, looks pretty here. The card opens. And I might put a little sticker here somewhere. I have still some stickers also from that old kit to use up. Let's see. Maybe one of these Christmas trees would fit like right there. Let's see. I'm using glue on these too since they are a little bit old. I make sure they stick down. So, you know, just it's just quick and simple, but something I'll remember. I can always remember this little card, and maybe I'll write a little bit about where I got it so I can always remember that. But, you know, nothing, you know, big, no big deal, but just, you know, sometimes it's all about just a pretty page and something simple. So just getting something down, you know, so it doesn't have to be exciting every day, right? See, what is this sticking out here? Oh, my tag from that page. Okay, so this is going to be tomorrow right here, and it's a blank page, the back of this page, of course. So I thought I might just get a little head start on it. And I pulled this out of the drawer when I was cleaning, and I want to see something here real quick. I want to kind of experiment with this. First of all, will it fit on this page? It won't fit that way, but it would fit this way. That would be cute, right? It's like a film strip or a negative kind of thing. I guess it's more like a film strip. And I don't know where I got it. I might have got it in Happy Mail. But there it is. And then I have these little snowmen that are squares. So I wanted to see, yeah, those will fit into squares. So I thought, you know, I pulled this out of the drawer when I was cleaning it out. I thought, I really don't want to put that back in there. Let me see if I could use it in my December daily. So let's cut some squares here and put it, as like I said, there is something happening tomorrow. So I'll have to figure out how to journal about that on this snowman page. It's we're celebrating someone in our family's birthday tomorrow. So I can write about that maybe down here. Put this as far up as possible, and I'm going to have to put a number on there. And I try to kind of pull out all my most of my numbers here. So I do have, yeah, I have a 23 right here. Is it? No, it's 22 tomorrow. 22 tomorrow. Where's my... I'll have to look for my 22. I got 23 and 24 here. I'll have to find my 22. I kind of scattered everything around earlier when I was just kind of categorize everything. I don't think I have all my numbers together though. Anyway, let's get these, see how these are going to work. So what we can do is, I think maybe glue these down a little bit on the back here. Let's see, I think I'll put the glue on here. Just run a very, very narrow stream of glue there. So this is wrapping paper. I don't know if I told you that. This is wrapping paper that I'm using this year. I've had it for a good while. I think I bought it at Target quite a few years ago on, after Christmas for the next year. And I bought one of those, if you've bought wrapping paper, like there's different size rolls. There's rolls with a lot of paper and there's rolls with a little bit of paper. Well, this was one of those rolls. It was on clearance after Christmas and it had like tons. It's one of the big rolls with tons of paper. So I've been using it for years now. And this year I started using it for wrapping my Etsy orders. And so that was fun to have a little something different other than tissue paper, right? Or whatever. And so then since I had it out, I thought, well, I was noticing that they had little squares, and I thought, wouldn't that be fun to use in my December Lit Daily? So that's what I'm doing. I haven't used it yet, so this is the first time I'm using it in my December Daily this year. And I just thought it would be fun because of the little squares, like they look like little pictures, right? And now I found this little film strip, so it worked out perfect. I think it's really cute. I just want to make sure this is glued down as much as possible in the back here. I'm going to run a little bit right here at the top of this bottom piece and see if I can get that down. And I haven't worked with wrapping paper a lot, so it's a little bit different for me, but I think it'll be fine. So it's good for me to practice using wrapping paper because I have some vintage wrapping paper that I need to start using more. I have used it a little bit in some of my journals as pages, but I think only one or two, maybe only one. So I would like to use that more. So I'm going to be doing that more in 2020 and use some of that up because it's really beautiful, but I just kind of I guess shy away from it a little bit because it's, wrapping paper is kind of thin. So, but this is my December Daily, so I can experiment in here. That's one thing good about having your own journal is you can kind of experiment and try things out before you put them into, one of your journals that you're going to sell maybe, or give as a gift or anything like that, if you want it to be all perfect and nice, right? But if it's yours, if it comes out kind of crazy or weird or something, you can, not be so worried about it. So there, I love it. That has worked out so well. I'm so glad I cleaned out that drawer today. That is so cute. I love it. This is for tomorrow. And let me see if I can find my number 22 here somewhere. I want to show you something else too before we go today, before I hang up with you. Feel like I'm on the phone talking to you or something. Okay. Gosh, I thought I pulled out all my numbers. Apparently I did not, unless it's under the stickers here. I had this all stuff in one pile, and I was trying to separate it into different categories, and so I've just been moving it around on this table today as I've been cleaning up. Here it is. I knew I had it. 22. So it looks like this. Really cute one. That can go down here in the corner, and I can write my day and date, which I didn't do on 21 yet, but I'll save that for tomorrow because I might want something in back of here, and I might want, I could even put a pocket down here with a journaling card so I can write about the birthday we're celebrating tomorrow, but I'll do more tomorrow. I just kind of wanted to see that. So that's super cute. So I'll work with the number tomorrow. So today I just need to write, I'm writing, besides the number, I'm writing the day, which is Saturday for this page, and the date, again, the whole date. So here, let's see, there's not really much room. Maybe I'll write it right here. I could write it inside the card too. I thought about doing a little decorating in here, a little collage. I might do that. especially if I have bits and pieces left and I haven't written too much in here or anything. I'll come back and use up some of my bits and pieces in here. But for right now, I think I'm going to go ahead so I can see it from the outside. I'm going to go ahead and write my day, Saturday. And the date, let's see, I think I have room for 12 instead of writing the month out. 12/21/19. Gotta write the right day, right? Okay, so that one is done for now. And then I think that's a good idea to, because I have all these stickers and little pieces here, that if I don't use up, which I probably won't, I'll come back and decorate this at the end. So I'm going to try to remember that I want to do that. And then tomorrow I'll finish this page, but got a jump start on it there. The other thing I wanted to show you, and maybe punch out a few little punches here. Let me move this out of the way. Is I have my scrap box here because I found this at a thrift store today. I've never found a nice punch at a thrift store before. None of my punches came from thrift stores, and I couldn't believe I finally found a nice one. This does it have a name? Paper Shapers. Paper Shapers, it's by right here, it says. So that's cool. I don't have a punch like this exactly. I do like the punches that have like a little lever like this, or a little, like my other ones are EK tools, a lot of them, and they have, you know, a up and down thing like this, like a lever, but it's a big flat rectangle, if you're familiar. And because there's one I don't like. It works okay, and it doesn't even work that great, but it's like when you have to kind of put it down on the table and smash like that. I don't like that one. So all the ones if I ever buy any more punches, I want something like this. So when I saw this in the store, I was pretty excited, and I actually tried it out in the store before I bought it to make sure it worked, because there was something like a week or two ago, I forget what it was, but it was something, a craft related item, that I tried it out in the store and it didn't work so well, so I didn't get it. You know, it's like, okay, I see why that's here. It doesn't work, you know, type of thing. Okay, so here's some ledger paper. This would be fun to punch, right? I'm just looking for something generic. So I kind of like to see when I'm punching and where I'm punching on the paper, so I just kind of always do it upside down like this. And there we go. A little scallop circle. I know it's not a big deal, but I love it. I don't have one. And I was just thinking about, believe it or not, this is a true story. I was just thinking yesterday, was it yesterday or this morning? I think it was yesterday or last night. I was kind of like dreaming or something about making some type of flowers. Or maybe I was watching a YouTube video and then I was thinking about it. Making some type of flowers with layers, which I have done before. But I was thinking about my different punches and what I would use, you know, to make the layers. And I was thinking like, oh, it would be neat if I had a scalloped punch. You know, because I do have flower punches and I have circle punches. Like just smooth circles, but I didn't have a scallop circle. I have a scallop square, and I was trying to figure out maybe I could use the scallop square. But, yeah. Now, and this was $1.99, by the way, just to let you know what a good deal it was. It's like, you can see it's nice and sharp and no problem cutting. And it's the best deal I ever got on a punch, that's for sure. Because if you ever look at Amazon for punches, there are no cheap punches on Amazon. I don't know why they're so expensive, but they are. So, let's see. Let's do a piece of music paper. It's just, we're just having fun here. Sorry if I hope it's not boring, but just want to, you know, when you get a new toy, you want to play with it, right? So these are cute. Oh, I did cut out. Is that a double layer? Oh, that's a double layer. I didn't realize. So I cut through 2 layers, no problem. So I've got some little scallop music, some ledger. Let's see what else I have in my scrap. I'm kind of like, do I want to cut up these? I'm kind of like, I could make a little booklet out of these, but I've got plenty of paper, so let's just go for it. Cut some little pretty pink scrapbook paper scallops here. That's a double layer. Can I get another one out of here? Oh, I can. Cool. Okay. So some pink. I like to, I do like to do my scraps, like just sometimes, you know, I make different things for my scraps, but I do like to sometimes just sit and punch out shapes, you know, like this. And then when you want to make something like, oh, is this a triple? This is like a quadruple layer here. It was a little hard to punch, but it went through. But yeah, I like to use, sometimes I like to take punches and just make a lot of shapes, and then when I want to make something, I have my shapes ready and I can make a layered flower, have a little background for something, you know. So let's see, did that one punch right? Kind of wasn't really. Yeah, I did it right. Okay, cool. Okay, and I can get another one at least out of this, maybe 2. Let's see if I can get this one closer. I can get 2 more. Maybe not, maybe. We'll see. Probably not. So maybe, let's see if we can get one more out of here. I don't think it's going to fit, but let's try. Oh yeah. Cool. It just didn't look big enough, but it was. Awesome. So, any more interesting? I have this old newspaper that my son had brought me. I could try. I don't know. I mean, it's going to look cool, whatever you make out of this paper, but here's a piece of lace here. But it is, I'm trying to see if it's brittle at all. Yeah, this is brittle, but let's see how it punches. Just for the heck of it, right? There's the date right there, 1991, I think it says. Yeah, it did punch. I mean, I can glue this down and use it, you know, in a layering, so that's something you can do with brittle paper, of course. Let's see what else I have. I have some magazine page here. This will be pretty. You can see I already punched out some circles here. So let's punch out some scallops. Yep, this is a magazine page from, I think this is from Daphne's Diary. So, yeah, I got my work, some of my work done today, but didn't get everything done at my house cleaning, so I got to do some more tomorrow. But I do have some days off this week, so if I don't get it, I'd like to get it all done before Christmas because my family's coming over, so I do have Christmas Eve off though, so I'll have time to clean that day. If I don't get it done tomorrow, because we are going out to celebrate a birthday. Okay, so I won't make you watch much more punching, but I'll sit here maybe and do some more punching while I watch a Christmas movie. I hope you enjoy Christmas movies. I know sometimes you got to be in the mood for a Christmas movie. And if you're not in the mood, then you know you don't want to. But there's been some nice new ones this year. Like a couple years ago, I watched all the Hallmark movies, Christmas movies, and then it seems like last year there weren't that many new ones. I don't know, maybe it was just me, but this year, all the channels are having nice new Christmas movies, and I've watched some on, let's see, I've watched some on YouTube. They have YouTube TV now. I watched some, the really nice ones. They're free, the free ones. There's some you pay for, but I've watched only the free ones. They have some nice ones on, if you get Hulu. If you get Hulu, they have some nice ones on Hulu, and they have some nice ones on Netflix, if you have Netflix. And actually, I watched, and just in case you need something new to watch, Dolly Parton has a series of movies she made on for Netflix, I guess it is. And I watched all of her movies, and I thought they were very good. You know, Dolly talks before the movie and tells about it, and they're all kind of taken from her songs. You know how her songs tell a story, and so they're taken from her songs, and then she sings a little bit and before, or was it before, or sometimes just in the movies. You know, she kind of make a little appearance in the movies, and they're a lot of them are very they're kind of tear jerkers. But I thought they were very well done, so that's something to consider if you're looking for something to watch during the Christmas holiday. So, all right, I'm going to let you go, not make you watch me punch out scallop circles anymore, but everyone have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Happy crafting.